Hello and welcome. Following the COVID-19 outbreak, Chengdu City in southwest China's Sichuan province has resumed the construction of several metro lines. As you can see from this drone picture, this is Sancha station, one of the elevated stations of the metro line number 18. And today, in this live streaming, we're going to take you around a little bit and let's check out how the resumption work is going on here. Yeah, come this way. So I'm now just standing outside of this construction site. It's located in southern Chengdu, and all the work here has just resumed. And this is the entrance of the construction site. Okay, now as a procedure, I need to have my body temperature tested. 怎么样，我的酒？So my temperature is 36 degrees Celsius. Okay, so now I need to record my personal information to sign my name here as part of the protocols here at the construction site. 谢谢啊, thank you so much. Now, as you can see, this is the Sancha station, one of the metro lines elevated stops. Now the construction work now in full swing. Today, joining me in this live streaming is Mr. Yang, right? Mr. Yang, thank you for joining us. Can you introduce a little bit who you are?
Okay. My name is Yang Fan. I'm the metro engineer of Chengdu Rail Group.
Okay. So tell us, what's the highlight of the work here?
We are staying in the Sancha station. Now you can see the workers are doing the final part work called the electronic installation. Okay. And you can go with me to look what are they doing now.
So when did the construction work start?
It's about 4 years ago, and we will end in 2020 this year. Yeah.
Okay. So this line number 18 will be launched by the end of this year.
Yeah.
So this is quite easy.
Yeah.
So we're now entering the.
We'll enter this door and we will go to pay air here. Okay. So you can see that a lot of the pictures on site. Later I will introduce the picture for you.
Before we go to that part, I would like to explain a little bit. This is very much like a normal subway station here in China. Everything is quite new, as you can see. This is the entrance where the passengers can swipe their cards here. So this is the entrance of the metro system. They just newly installed the equipment here.
Yeah, and the customer can use the tickets through this channel.
So we can go now. Up to you.
Now we are looking for this picture. It's the Chengdu Metro Network. Chengdu have already opened 8 lines, and we have another 8 new lines in the future. In the 2020, end of the 2020, we will open 5 lines and 7 subjects. So at that time, the Chengdu Metro Network will reach the 550 kilometers. So you can see this blue line is the line 1 is the first Chengdu Metro line. It was opened on 2010, and this blue line is the line 18. Now you can go with me.
But I would like to introduce a little bit in case you do not have a better understanding about the city. So this is Chengdu City. Actually, this is the number 1, line 1, right? As you mentioned, this is vertically from northern Chengdu to southern Chengdu, and this is the very first subway line here in the city.
Yeah, and this line 1 is the across one. It was across the north and the south, and it was not the project.
Okay, so I think we can talk a little bit about the city's design of Chengdu City. It's just like the different ring road here, and all the subway lines kind of mimicking the layout of the whole city. And this is the actually the axis of the city. The biggest boulevard of the city is Tianfu Boulevard, from northern Chengdu to the southern Chengdu. And this is the subway line 1, the very first one of the city. So when did the first subway line be finished?
It was finished on 2010.
2010, so that's basically around 10 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years.
And now you can see the network is so much extensive.
Yeah. We will go. So you can go with me to the next picture. It was a detail of the 19 line 19.
Line 18, right? Line 18. So can you tell us where? Also, this is the Sancha station. This is where we are now.
We will stay here now. And the line 18 is the first high-speed city line in China. It was designed by the 140 kilometers per hour. So it was connect the two air, which is the Kaohsiung district and the Tianfu new air. And it was about 67 kilometers, and it have 13 stations. So now we stand in this Sancha station. It was very important station of the line 18 because it was in the CBD of the Konggang new air, and so it was important. So next, I will invite my partner, Mr. Zhu, to introduce the details of the Sancha station.
Okay, so Ms. Zhu, nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us. So Ms. Zhu is actually in charge of this Sancha station. So can you first share with us more about how this station, how the construction work here is going on? 你给我们介绍这个三岔站目前的施工情况。
是这样的，我整体介绍一下这个三岔站的一个现场的一个情况。这个是我们三岔站的一个效果图。整个三岔站它的一个建筑的一个它的一个造型是取自于我们成都的这边的山脉的一个形态。我们可以看到它的屋顶是连绵起伏的这个山的一个形状。
So as Mr. Zhu introduced, that this is actually the blueprint of this Sancha station. As you can see, the rooftop design is very special. It's mimicking the shape of the rolling mountains here in southwestern China's Sichuan province. Shushan means the mountain of Shu here. It's a very famous one. And that is the structure, the outer experience of this station, right? 这是外围的一个效果图。
对，这个是我们的外围的一个效果图。整个的我们那个是一个空间网架结构。建筑面积差不多是16000平方米。16000平方米，我们整个建筑是分为2层，一层是我们的站厅层，2层是我们的站台层。我们可以看见，就是首先是我们看到整个造型，因为我们是空间网架结构，一共有1400多个这个空间的杆件。
Oh, there's quite a lot of numbers. Let me explain a little bit. So, as Mr. Zhu introduced, this Sancha station occupies an area of 16,000 square meters. It's been divided into two parts. The first one is the hall, like we visited just now. And this is the hall where the passengers swipe the card and enter this subway station. And the second one is the platform where the passengers can board the train. OK， 继续。
我们因为这个上面的杆件结构杆件有14000多个结构杆件，所以说它的空中的这个作业的风险还是比较大。就是为了解决这个难题，我们和参建单位一起讨论我们这个施工方案，相当于我们把我们的屋顶分成了6块以后，通过我们主要是把我们的结构杆件在我们的地面上进行一个安装，安装了以后，再进行这个整体的一个通过液压杆件去把我们6块分别顶升上去，最后拼接成一个整体。
Okay, the overall design of this Sancha station is a complicated one. It involves a total of 14,000 parts, the rods, and so it's a quite demanding job to assemble them together. So the engineers here are actually separating the overall parts of this station into 6 different sections and then assemble them together. And they are using a special technique, hydraulic hoisting technique, to put them together.
通过这种方式能够减少我们空中作业的一个风险。第二个是我们也提高了我们的一个功效，可以大大的缩短我们的一个结构工工期。
By doing this way, they can reduce the risk of high altitude working, especially for the specific type of work in a very hostile situation. So this is one way to ensure the safety of the workers and also improved the high efficiency of the whole construction work. 好的，谢谢您。
好，谢谢。
谢谢。So this is quite a beautiful train station. So Mr. Yang, I wonder what. So this is actually the construction work has just resumed here at this station. What are the measures taken to counter coronavirus outbreak here?
In the face of the emergency of the COVID-19, our company provide lots of the buses to take the delay workers from home to the workplace. We want to reduce the personally transit on the way in order to reduce them to get the COVID-19.
Okay.
In other side, our company strictly repair the equipment of the materials. We make sure providing the materials in order to keep on the work site quickly open. So on the February 20, the 5 lines in Chengdu this year was opened, and about 400 work sites have obtained the authority of reopen. In less more than half a month, the layer rework rate get 100%.
Okay. So it was actually a very difficult time when the COVID-19 broke out earlier this year, as it was difficult for companies to find enough workers to focus on this job, because most of them actually were furloughed at home, right? So I just wondered, to what extent had this construction work been impacted?
We want to work hard and prepare a lot of the doing some work let the worker feel is comfortable and safety in the workplace.
Okay, this is just one of the measures to make sure they're gonna work here and then work out the whole project here. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. I'd like to sum up a little bit because it was difficult to gather the workers. This is going to be the very first challenge for the whole resumption of work. Like Mr. Yang just explained to me, the companies involved in this project actually get a shuttled bus service to bring back all the workers furloughed at home. So they brought them back, and then they also adopted measures to avoid cross-infections of the COVID-19 outbreak. Anyway, the construction work's now going in a smooth way. Thank you, Mr. Yang.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have just get to know more about the blueprint of this station. This is the very first part of this station. As you can see over there, this is actually the second part, the platform where the passengers in the future can board the passenger trains here. In fact, just last month, this line number 18 tested run the whole line with this specific type of trains here. Now, let's take a look of how the trains running along the number line 18, and then I will see you on the second floor. So this is just one of the metro lines here in Chengdu City. Now there are a number of train lines. Actually, 10 of them are still under construction, and and we are now arriving the second floor of this train station, this Sancha station here. As you can see, it's quite a busy scene here, and the workers now focusing on the facilities here. I think it's going to be a very, very technical situation here. So joining me here is Mr. Li Feng from Power China. Hi, Mr. Li. Yeah, can you introduce a little bit about
Yes, I'm Li Feng. Your job. Okay. I'm the Deputy Director of Project Management Department under Power China.
So you are an engineer of Power China, right? So what kind of work are you in charge of?
I'm mainly in charge of the construction works.
Whoa. So you're an expert here. So can you guide us a little bit and tell us what's going on here on the second floor?
Sure. Now the concrete works has been finished. So now on site we have the architecture works, mechanical and electric works on site.
Yeah. So can we move closer? We can see the workers here now fixing something.
Yeah, they are installing the screen door, which can keep both the passengers and the train safe.
Okay. So the whole area will be enclosed with this kind of screen, right?
Yes, there. Eventually there will form a continuous structure here.
Okay. Oh. Okay. What about the others? What are so over there, just in front of me now? Possibly you can see a couple of workers now working on a trolley. It's on a high platform, right?
You mean on the mobile platform, right?
Yeah.
Now they do the final adjustment to the overhead catenary, and the catenary is used for supply power to the train.
So can you explain what is catenary?
That's quite complicated.
Power supply?
Power supply, yes, supplies the electricity power to the train.
To the trains.
Yes.
So what's the speed of the train line here on this number? Line 18.
Oh, that's actually worth to be mentioned. The line 18 is the first metro line designed with the speed 114 kilometers per hour. It's the first line designed in such high speed.
Okay. So just now, an engineer from Metro Chengdu introduced to us that it's going to be a very challenging, technically speaking. They use this kind of hydraulic lifting technique. Yeah. So can you tell us more about the highlights of this station here?
Yes, I would like to introduce our roof truss above here. So the roof truss now we can see it covers more than 10,000 square meters with 14,000 roof members. So it's so huge. When we install this structure, we have to divide into 6 parts. Each part, even so, each part has the weight of 200 tons. So in such a way, we have to ensure our accuracy and progress. We introduce the hydraulic jacking method.
So is this a common practice while constructing a subway station like this in China?
Actually, it's not. In conventional way, we use crane to hoist the roof members, but that way it will cost too much time. That will put us behind the schedule.
Okay. So definitely this is one of the most challenging parts of the whole construction work here. Right?
Yes, correct.
So anything to share with us about the structure here?
How about the railway area?
The railway area.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is really really busy scene here.
Yeah.
So what about those guys? What are they doing?
This one, actually they are doing the architectural works. We can see on the wall, we already have the steel frame set in position. And to finish the architectural works, we just need to fix the aluminum plates to it. Then we finish the architectural work on this wall.
Yeah. So can you tell us in general, what's the performance of the whole construction workers here? Because I know that the construction just resumed following the COVID-19 outbreak. Yes. So what's your general impression about the construction work?
Now we have around 200 people working on this project in 2 shifts, both day and night.
So they're working around the clock?
Yes.
Just to make up for the delayed construction period, right?
Yes, correct.
So is this station one of the biggest one in China, or
Actually,
it's not that big, right?
not that big actually.
So how many metro projects have been get involved in the past?
When you mean
yeah,
our
personally.
Power China?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean you personally.
I personally, maybe
Is this your first subway line?
no. Actually, our Power China have started our Metro Line career in 2013 from the Metro Line 4.
Okay.
Now we are standing on the Metro Line 18, and at the same time we have Metro Line 19 ongoing in Chengdu.
So which part of this station you just told me that the whole design of this rooftop and all the steel structures, so which one impress you the most? Which part of the construction here?
I think it's not the structure impressed me most. Actually, it's the hard-working workers impressed me most.
Yeah, exactly. So only by the hard work can this resumption of work be possible here in southwestern part of China. As we have mentioned, there are now around in total of 8 different metro lines going on here. And by the end of this year, there will be a total of 5 lines, including this line number 18, be put into operation. So there's going to be expanded network of a metro system here in the city.
Yes.
Can we take a look over there on the rails?
Yes.
So is that safe for us to travel on that?
Now we still have works on the railway, so there wouldn't be train going through. So it's safe now.
So I would like to have a try and check out what's going on here.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, watch out. Oh, watch.
Be careful. Okay. So yeah, I think here we have a much better perspective into the whole space of this station. We can see the beautifully designed rooftop with so many steel frames, the different parts here. As Mr. Li just introduced, the workers actually in front of us are now actually checking the power grid connection, and some of them are now installing the basic facilities, including the screen doors. This is supposed to be the very last part of the construction here on subway line 18 of Chengdu City. So what's the next step of work? Because we know that the work is now focusing on the mechanical and the electrical systems. What's the next work for them to finish?
Actually, if they finish the mechanical and electric works and also the architecture works, I should say the major works has been finished. Actually, we schedule finish all the major works before next month.
We know there's a test run of trains on this railway line last month. So until all the decoration and mechanical and electrical work been finished, so then the whole line will be put into operation, right?
Yes, will be commissioning and open to the public in this year.
Okay. So, so this is also one of the platforms here for the station, right?
Yes. This one is the evacuation platform. Just in case of emergency, the passengers can get away from the train, then exit to the platform. Through this platform, they can exit from both the station or between the stations. They will still set some evacuation spots. They can exit from there safely.
Just in case of emergency?
Yes, in case of emergency.
Okay. So can you tell us more about the equipment here to make sure that the system will run in a smooth way? Are there any equipment that turn out to be very essential to keep the smooth running of this platform?
Yeah. Just now, actually, we have already set the move stock folding for the worker to adjust the overhead catenary, and outside the station, we have the crane, movable crane. To people work to above the top.
Okay.
To
can
do
we,
the final.
Can we come closer to the workers and check out what you have explained to us? Okay.
So we are looking at the movable scaffolding. There are 4 workers downside to keep the work above safe, and the 2 workers on this. Watch out. On this platform. They are doing the adjustment work to the overhead catenary I just mentioned. So the overhead catenary will eventually to touch the device on the train called the pattern graph.
The pattern graph.
Pattern graph.
What does that mean? That's really
It's like
technical, I think.
yeah, it's like a bone shape structure.
Bone shape.
Bone shape.
Okay.
Bone shape on the top of the train.
Uh-huh.
Then when the train is going, the pattern graph will touch the overhead category. Then in this way, they can supply power to the train, keep the train running.
I think we can come closer over there and to check in more details about this platform. Can I talk to some of the workers?
Yeah.
Maybe okay, they're not working here. 哦，你好，不好意思打扰一下您，请问您是来自哪里的？
我就是四川的本地的。
哦，四川人。Okay, actually this worker is actually a local Sichuan people. 那您这个疫情发生的时候，您是在什么地方啊？然后怎么过来的呀？
那个我们可能家里面不是现在要，按照国家的来吗？然后我们在家里面就是开了那个什么疫情证明啊，那些东西啊，然后弄好了，然后才出来的嘛。
Okay. So before they came back to this construction site, they prepared all the documents to verify their health status so that they can return back to work. 那您觉得您这个工作怎么样啊？觉得有意义吗？
肯定有意义
为什
啊！
么呢
地铁做好了，为大家服务嘛，是吧？
？Okay. So I'm a little bit attached. 请问您贵姓？不好意思。
我姓尹。
姓尹。So Mr. Li just shared with us that he felt this is really honorary undertaking for him to work at this project because it's going to provide convenience to people around here. 好，那您在这工作多久了？
哦，1年多了，将近。
1年多，然后中间间断了，后来就回来了，是吧？
对。
2月底回来的是吧？
对对。
OK， 那现在在这儿已经有将近2个月的时间了，是吧？
哦，对，是的。
Okay, it's well, so since after the resumption of work started here, has been staying here for about 2 months. 那你想家吗？
还是有一点。
有想家，家里都有什么？
对，有爸爸妈妈，还有一个弟弟嘞。
Okay. He's just told me he's got a little bit homesick because he has parents and a brother back home. 那什么时候才能回去见他们？
也不清楚了，最好是把这个弄好了再回去吧。
Okay, thank you. And he told us gonna only go back home until he finished this whole project. This is really gigantic project. Railway, subway line number 18, linking the downtown area of Chengdu City with the Tianfu International Airport. This is actually the second airport of Chengdu City, which is just miles away and also under construction. 谢谢您，尹先生。Thank you, Mr. Yin. 好 Okay. So this is the second floor of this subway line number 18 at this Sancha station. Mr. Li, before you go, can you share with me your personal experience? Because you've been working for Power China for how many years?
I've been working for the Power China maybe for 4 years.
4 years. Do you think the job is interesting for you?
Yes, it's interesting and also challenging.
As China,
Challenging.
In what way do you think it's challenging?
Actually, it's expand my knowledge every day.
So, how long have you been stationed here in southwestern China, Sichuan province?
4 years.
4 years. So you have families here
Yes.
in Sichuan, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have other assignments before you came to Sichuan?
Yes, I used to work in Singapore for near 2 years.
So, what did you focus there?
Metro 9.
So you got involved in the construction of metro line in Singapore.
Yeah. Since I graduated.
Any difference compared with the systems there and this one here in China?
I think they have different. How to describe it?
What about technically speaking? Are they putting the similar technologies into the design of the whole structure?
I think actually now our China has the more advantage technologies rather than Singapore.
So that's basically 4 years ago when you were in Singapore as technology, because technology always keep improving, right?
Yeah.
So we should always get the latest technology and apply them into our daily practice.
Yes.
So thank you, Mr. Li. Hope you're going to enjoy your work here. And so, are you looking forward to the final stage of this project?
Yes, of course. Well, actually, I plan to, once the line 18 get commissioned and open to public, I will take the first train.
Wow. That's going to be very interesting, from downtown Chengdu to the Tianfu International Airport, the second airport of Chengdu City.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah, I'm also looking forward to sitting that train. Okay, for the very first train. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Li.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay, yeah. So, as we understand, this number line 18 is just one of the 8 metro lines going on here following the resumption of work in the city, as COVID-19 outbreak has been largely under control across China. We can see the migrant workers, they're still wearing the face masks as a way to protect themselves. Actually, this is a part of the local regulation that for a condensed working space, they need to take these face masks. You have probably get to know that this is really busy scene here. And by the end of this year, the city will launch a total of 5 different subway lines. And this is going to increase the total coverage of a railway network of the city from 300 kilometers to 500 kilometers. This is a huge network of a metro system here in the city. And all the workers are now working around the clock. They're going to focus on the quality of work and then to bring convenience to the city in due time. This is the very last phase of their construction after 4 years of construction. That said, I think we come to the end of today's live streaming. Until next time, bye-bye.